After, my colleagues will join in to do a demonstration, few real-life applications. So thank you. Hugh, over to you.
Great. Thank you very much. It's great to meet you all, and thank you for joining us on today's AppSheet session. And now I'm going to start my presentation. Hopefully everyone can see my screen.
Yes, we can see you.
Great. All right. All right. So again, thank you very much for this opportunity to share some information about AppSheet. AppSheet was acquired by Google Cloud back in January. So we are now part of Google Cloud solution. And AppSheet is a no-code app development platform where it empowers and enables everyone in your organization to create their business apps without any technical background or coding experience. Anyone can learn to create apps on AppSheet. So today, everyone is talking about digital transformation, and AppSheet can help your organization to accelerate your path to digital transformation. And there are two main target audiences. One area is the IT leaders, the IT department, the department in your organization where they have a lot of technical people with coding skills to create business solutions to their organizations. And these days, they're looking for platforms, a low-code or no-code platform, to help them accelerate their deployment of business solution. Because currently, a lot of these organizations have lots of backlogs of requests from their organization to create business solutions using mobile apps or web apps or other kinds of innovation. So they can use a platform like AppSheet to quickly and easily create their apps without much coding to come up quickly with their solution. On the other hand, there are this line of business users who usually don't have any technical background or coding skills. But they are the ones who are closest to their work with their processes, their workflows. And when they come against some challenges in their daily work, they have great ideas to solve those problems. But usually they don't have any technical background to create these business solutions themselves. So what they usually do is they rely on these IT departments to create those business solutions for them. But now with AppSheet, these business users can come up with those great ideas and implement those ideas into great business solutions using these apps. So until now, in a traditional development lifecycle of these business apps, typically what they have to go through is that they usually someone comes up with a great idea for a solution, and they give that idea to a project manager or program manager who can write a project scope, and they give the spec to the development team who can actually program and code the solutions. And then they have to test it, debug it, and they go through that cycle many times until they come up with a final solution when they can deploy that. But now using AppSheet, you can basically skip all those traditional steps and go directly from the ideation to solution directly using AppSheet. And that's where the power of AppSheet comes in. So what is AppSheet? It is a web platform now on the Google Cloud. And as I mentioned, it can enable and empower anyone in your organization to quickly build those business solutions, business apps, to automate their processes without writing a single line of code. And by doing that, your organization can manage data more efficiently. You can automate all your workflows to save time, and then share insights by creating reports for all different stakeholders. So how does AppSheet work? So basically, AppSheet is a data source agnostic and device agnostic, meaning you can pretty much connect your AppSheet apps to almost all kinds of structured data, whether it's a spreadsheet, Excel on a drive somewhere, whether it's a SQL database or a Salesforce or some kind of third-party connection API, things like Zapier and other structured data sources. So you can, out of box, can pretty much connect all different types of data sources to your apps. And then once your app is created, it is device agnostic, meaning that same app can be viewed from mobile devices on a Android or iOS native apps, or tablets or desktop through the web browsers. So that same app can be viewed across multiple devices. And some of the use cases that the AppSheet apps are being used are to capture digital forms and data from lots of different locations, remote areas, or you can track locations and proximity using Google Maps. You can capture digital signature through the app. You can recognize barcode or QR code scanning, and you can set up all kinds of different notifications, reports, and alerts through text or emails. And you, as I mentioned, you can create reports and documents to share with other people. So how is AppSheet being used today? So all these apps can be used multifunctionally as well as multi-industry. So across functional areas as well as across industry. And a lot of the apps are being used out in the field when you have remote location, staff, people on the manufacturing floor, on the warehouse, and any kind of deskless workers working in different locations. You can manage them, and things like driver dispatch and delivery kind of uses, or on-site service tracking, or field resource management. Also, you can use it in some kind of custom inventory management areas to track inventory in warehouses or remote locations, tracking some kind of asset management. Lots of use cases in the inspections and audit areas for safety inspections, quality, facilities maintenance, and equipment inspection, as well as all kinds of different back office functions like project management, human resources, education training, and sales marketing. So pretty much it can be used in all different functional areas and lots of different industries. These are some of the sample customers that are currently using AppSheet. Husqvarna is one of the global power tools equipment manufacturer, and they are currently using AppSheet to manage all their warehouses, lots of SKUs in their warehouse, and they have created more than 40 or 50 apps to manage all different aspects of their warehouse management and their warehouse employee work. We have Fortune 100 tech and retail companies using AppSheet to do equipment installation, inspections, and maintenance. Also, we have local, state, and federal governments using AppSheet to do some kind of disaster recovery and service tracking, workplace safety, and contact tracing. And when the COVID crisis happened back in March, some of the US governments contacted us, and we were able to create these apps to do like disaster service and contact tracing within days instead of weeks or months to create these kinds of apps to use. These are some other examples, like Solvay is a chemical processing company, global company that has actually empowered everyone in their company as citizen developers using AppSheet to help their daily work and create business solutions themselves. And we also have lots of customers in electric and utilities kind of industry and construction industry, where, as I mentioned, AppSheet is great when you have remote workers, people in a lot of different locations out in the field doing some kind of inspection, data capturing and reporting, all these kind of functions. They are currently using AppSheet to help their work. So this is my final slide today. So AppSheet, even before the acquisition by Google, it was recognized as the leader in the low-code, no-code business app development platform. So as you can see, there are some competitors here, and AppSheet is in the top quadrant, meaning it has the strongest strategy as well as strongest offering. So even though AppSheet is a no-code platform, it is an enterprise-ready platform and solution where you can build lots of powerful and complex apps. And if you see in the top quadrant, all other players are low-code players, meaning some technical background and some coding skills might be required to use those platforms to create business apps. AppSheet, as I mentioned, you don't need any technical background or coding skills. It's a truly no-code platform where anyone, the people who know how to use tools like spreadsheets, they can use AppSheet because you can set certain conditions and expressions in AppSheet just like you do in a spreadsheet and Excel type of tool, and you can create your own solution. So let me stop here with my presentation and see if you have any quick question or comment before I hand it over to folks who will be actually showing you those some sample apps in real life situation. Any question or comment? If not, we can have some question and answer at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to the team who will actually do the demo. It's all yours.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Hyung. So I'll take it from here. Now, let me introduce myself. My name is Lahiru Pera. I'm the business solutions specialist and the change management consultant for FinTech Consultancy. So I'm demonstrating few of our applications that we have created for our customers. So I'll quickly go through the applications. Let me share my screen. Yeah, hope you can see my screen clearly.
Yes, we can.
All right, good. So there are a few applications. One is a recovery application, right? And there is another one called a sales booster and another one called a petty cash voucher application. So we'll start with the recovery application, which is created for one of our customers. That the basic idea is to follow up customers that is in the arrears list. So this is the application, look and the feel of the application. So let's start the session. Now from here, there are a few categories, right? Retail, cards, agri, and ODs. So if I need to check who are the customers in the retail section, that is in the areas list, I can simply go into this retail section and find those customers. So what we do here is we'll update the customer and give the follow-ups. So what whoever the loan officer will log into the system can see what are the customers that is relevant to that person. So then they can select a customer and cross check the details, who is the customer and the area's amount, account number, and where is getting located. So once as I said now, in this address area, you can actually mention the customer's current location, right? If I click this icon here, it will automatically redirect to the current location that the customer is really situated. So likewise, we can check all those things with this application by itself. All right, so we'll go with the flow, and here I'm going to give a follow-up on this customer. All right, so as you can see now, there are questions, and these questions can be different from what we are demonstrating to you all, right? Up to your requirement, we can change these questions and the answers and the patterns and the flow of the application. So what we do here is we update the status of the customer. These are universal codes, and hope you can understand. So as an example, let's say PTPXX in this banking sector is means like the promise to pay. So once the loan officer logged in, and then he can uh, update it as promise to pay once he contact the person. And there are few like day 1 to day 30. So you can update whatever the date that you are logged in, let's say 11th. So from here, I can say like this, I can update it from here, and I can mention the promised amount that the customer is willing to pay. So let's say for the time being 50,000, and the promised date. Likewise, we can update each and every customer, and we can give a remark here and save it. Right. So once I save it, it will automatically push to my details section. Whatever the customers that I have follow up today, it will shows here. And then also there is a promise details area. In this menu section, there is a promise details area. Once I logged into that, I can see who are the customers that is promised to pay on this day and that day. Likewise, I can see all those things. So if I need to follow up again, I can simply log into that customer and update the amount that he's going to pay. Right. So likewise, we can do updates and follow up of the customers. And the next thing is like in the beginning, as I said, you can see where the customers are situated, right? So this is actually a demo application. So there will be more customers in this map. And if I move my cursor, right, I can see who is the customer that is situated here. Likewise, I can monitor each and everything in this application. So this is a basic application that we use to, like I said, we are used to follow up the customers and get the areas list, or else check the customers who are in the areas list. So likewise, in this area also, we can find all those details, right? And here, whoever the admins or else your manager can see all the data, right? These are the customers has paid for this, let me resolved customers, and these are the unresolved customers, right? They can cross check the details if they need to. They can just see the details by clicking the customers icon. All right. So this is about the recovery application, right? Hope you got an idea about the recovery application. This might be vary from whatever the requirement that you have, right? These data is coming from different applications to one database that is running on a spreadsheet to use this application. All right. So Likewise, we can connect multiple databases to one database. Okay, so this is about the recovery application. I'll move into the next one, that is called a sales booster, which is created for our internal users. That is to follow up the customer, all the prospects in the company. What is the status of the company prospect, and is there any updates? Likewise, we can monitor each and everything with these things. All right. So once you logged in, right, I can see what are the customers in by the status, what are the customers that is, what are the prospect that has been closed, right? Like this, there are 22 closed deals, and if I scroll it down, I can see more, right? On hold stuff, right? Each and everything I can monitor here, right? Whatever the things that I have entered, that is in my leads, and what are the things that is forwarded and assigned. So nothing assigned to me, as this is a demo application. So I'll move into this one. If I click this all details, I can see whoever the customers here. And once I logged into this, if I select a customer, I can see all these details of this customer, who is the person that is following up, right? And what is the closure date amount on this customer, right? If there's any follow-ups, I can mention it here. And also I can give task to each and every sales agent that is in the custom, that is in the our company. So if I need to assign a new task or else a follow-up one of my sales agent, I can simply add a task from here, right? You can give it in target date from here, like this, and you can assign it to some other person. Okay, right, right. And also, if I need to add this to my calendar, all right, if I need to add this to my Google Calendar, we can connect that also. So like I'm doing here right now, we can connect to your Google Maps, Google Calendar, and so many things. So whoever the attendee is here, I can mention it like this, and I can save. Once I save it, there will be a uh, email notification automatically generated for that particular agent, and also there will be a Google Calendar event also created. So likewise, I can monitor each and everything from this list of customers, whatever the things that I have assigned by me. That means the task and everything I can see uh, from here. So there are two different tasks in this Sales Boost application. One is meeting minutes tasks as well as leads task. So once I say meeting minutes, it will like if I go to this window here, we can create meetings. Like we can if there's any sales meetings on this Friday, coming Friday, we can say a title like this, and the attendees, I can select it, right? If there's any other attendees also, right? Comments, if there's any attachments, we can attach a file or image or anything like that. As well as if you are using a mobile phone, right? If you are using a mobile phone, I can even take a picture with the document. All right. So if these applications, like Hugh said in the beginning of the uh, presentation, these applications, that means there is no platform dependence. Like once you create an application, it can be used in iOS, Android, tabs, whatever the things that you are using in the devices. So and also there is a comment section. We can comment, like go a follow-up session, right? These are the meeting minutes actually. So once I create a meeting, I can assign task on that meeting minute, on that meeting, and give a target date from here. As you can see, the target days would be 16. So those things can be monitored. Each and everything can be monitored, right? Okay. And also there is a dashboard here, right? From this dashboard, I can see, uh, one second. All right. So from this dashboard, I can see what are the uh, leads that is going to cover up on this month, and what is the leads that is going to close on December, January. Likewise, I can see all these details in this dashboard, and this is the individual prospect details, individual sales agents prospect details. As you can see, if I need to see who are the person, like Tian, he has like 37 prospects. So if I need to check what are the details, I can just have to click it, and I can see all those details one by one. So as you can see now, there are red colors and green colors. So these are actually, like, we can set format rules for each and everything record, that if the closure date is extended, we can mention it as uh, red color, and if it is achieved, it will be green color. Likewise, we can keep each and everything monitored. All right. So this is about the sales booster application. So next I will be showing you the petty cash application, right? So these are few of our applications that we have created, and I'm going to show you the petty cash application, right? The basic idea of this application is to reduce paper and to remotely working from anywhere in the country or any other world. So let's say if I need to request a petty cash while I'm working from home, I can request once I log into my mobile phone very easily. So this is the petty cash application, right? There are two type of requests that we can make. One is IOU request, and the next one is the petty cash request. So first I'll show you how to request the IOU request in this application, right? Once I go to the IO request, it will automatically captures my name and the email address, department, and the date and time. So even I can I can request this IOA request on behalf of someone else as well. All right. So for the purpose, I'll say test and the amount. You can validate these fields in our company. If you are requesting more than 3,000, more than 2,000, so there should be another flow. So I'll show you. If I say 2,100, there will be a validation coming up. Maximum IOU amount should not be exceeded 2,000. So I'll request 2,000, and I'm going to save it. Once I save it, our finance department will get an email notification. Now this person is asking for a IOU request. So finance person can log into their window and see what are the pending petty cash requests and the IOU requests. So this is the one that I have requested right now, right? He or she can cross check the details and then the amount, right? They can mention it like 2,000 and then give the approval as rejected, or else you can mention it as approved. If I reject it, it will automatically push back to the requester stage, and for the time being I'll go with the flow, like approving it, and you can make a comment from here, right? If you have any comments, right, you can mention it here as well by notifying if there's any. Let's say I'll search my name because otherwise they will get emails. Okay, and save it. All right, once I save it, it will automatically go to the acknowledgement area, that is for the end users, right? They can acknowledge the request that that is the approved amount. All right, he or she can see what are the pending acknowledgements in the petty cash and the IOU. This is the one I have request, so I can mention it here, the acknowledgement. Right, you can mention it this payment received area, yes, and then the received amount details. Let's say I have requested 2,000 and I have only received 1000. So I can mention it here like 1000 as well, like this. And if you need, you can mention a comment. Okay, and then save. So this is the basic flow of these applications, though these flow will be changed from your request to ours, so it would be different how the flow goes and all those things. And I'll show you another one, that is a petty cache request, right? Even petty cache also we can apply on behalf of someone else, as well as you can use the previous IO request and go with the flow. So I'll go with a new fresh request, like from here, test, right? So you can mention the type. There will be codes, each and every uh, one that is here having a separate code, right? So I'm requesting 1000, and then if there's any attachments also you can attach. I'm going to save it. Once I save it, this request will be automatically pushed to the finance department for the finance approval, right? So I can find this pending request here, the comment, and you can move it to the next level, that is HOD approval. All right. So once the HOD logged into their system, right, they can see what are the pending requests and what has been approved from he or she. Okay, and they can cross check the details, whoever the person requested and the person who approved the amount. Okay, so he can give a comment from here, and then that person also can approve it and move it to the next stage. So this is how it works actually. So once it done, it will automatically comes to the completed area, right? You can find whatever the petty cache request has been completed and the IO request has been completed. So, and you can see if there is a manager or someone, right, they can see all the details of where it's getting stuck and what is the status of this request. And also, if I go to the menu area, there is a dashboard as well. Right. Now this is the dashboard. So you can see what are the requests in the petty cache area, and the IOU, and the count of petty cache requests. So likewise, if I need to see what are the requests here, that is in the pending HOD approvals level, I can go just click it and then find the records that is relevant. So likewise, we can develop applications up to your requirements. So this is about the applications that I'm going to demonstrate, and Arjun will demonstrate a letter management application. So I will hand over this to Arjun. So Arjun, can you demonstrate?
Yes, Lahiro, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Right. Hope all of you can see my screen. All right, guys. First of all, let me introduce myself. Well, my name is Arjun, change management specialist at Fintech Consultancy. Uh, so basically, I hope you all got a better picture about the AppSheet and whatever the apps that we showed. I believe that you would have got a better picture. So let me just take you through a brief introduction about the next application which I'm going to present it. So it's about a application called letter management. So the requirement, the purpose of this application is to maintain all your in-house physical letters, and you can manage it through this application. So the comparing to the previous application, what you're seeing right now, it's a very light application where you can maintain all your in-house letters, and you can simply manage it through this application, so that you will have a whole track of it, how the application and the letters are, where the letters are being saved, what is the status of the letter, and how does this letter being assigned to whom. Everything you can just simply track on this application. So right now, this is the interface that you're seeing right here, and let me just take you through the list of the stages what we have in this application. So basically, there you go. You can see there are some sort of icons at the bottom. So the first way basically will be a person who will create the letter, which is the task creator. So it could be anywhere, like in most of the cases, like in every organization, reception will be the person who get all the physical letters, and starting distributing to each and every user or each and every department. So basically, so the reception can create the task from their end, and that will be the task creator, and it will move to the next stage, which is the HOD. Basically, I have created this application based on my organizational requirement. So the HOD will be basically deciding and moving into the next stage, which means in order to move to the next stage, he or she will be allocating the person this particular letters, and this will move to the next stage, which is the end user. So that a person, whoever move the next stage, it will go to the ongoing list, which is the end user view. And once the end user attend to the task, which is the letter, can decide whether to complete the task, or he or she can basically even decline the particular letter. And this the whole process, once it completed, everything also will be captured under different platform, which is the dashboard and my report. And so I'll also show you that once I demonstrate about this entire thing, how it works. So let me just quickly take you through this process. How does it work? So let me just create a task, and so basically you can see all the necessary information as a organization. How does the letter you can just take all the necessary information from the recipient, and you can also just fill it up over this form. So here you can see all the received date email. It has a automatic capturing option, which means once the task is created, it's basically the automatically the date and the time, and whoever start the request will be captured. So here I can immediately create the recipient or the receiver's detail over here. Either I can create a new one. If I have already created one, it also will show me as a list. So if I want to create a very quick all the necessary information about the receiver, I can fill it up. But right now, if I want to, let's say, let me pick one of my earlier receiver user details. And from here, I can decide the department, to which department that I want to move this particular letter. And I can just simply select any department I want. And then, so here I have given the department list. So this particular department, I'm going to send this letter to this user as well. And the head of the department also will receive this list. So the type of the letter, everything, these options can be completely defined. And also once you scanned that particular letter into a soft copy mode, you can get the soft copy into this attachment. Either it's a file, it could be image, it could be any type of formats. So if I have something in, let's say, for an instant, if it is a file which I want to attach, or if it is an image, I can just directly go to my image here. Let me just pick one of my image and then just save it under here. So this particular image will get saved here, and then I can just simply save the file format. And also, I believe that hope on the previous demonstration we also showed you, in case if I want to push a calendar notification to any of my user, to any of this user which I want to send this particular letter to the user, can be also pushed in a calendar notification. So I can basically create a calendar notification, first task, just the header of the task or the header of that calendar notification. And also I can just simply select the user, okay, to whom I want to push this email or the calendar notification to. And finally I can also just give a description, attend to it, and then basically I can save it. So once I save the calendar notification will be automatically pushed to that specific user, the user which I assigned in this task, and so he or she will be able to see the calendar notification in their Google Calendar. Okay, so once I save it, it will move to the HOD, which is the next stage. Basically, I have assigned. So from in our use cases, in our requirement, we have basically given the authority or the authorized person who will be the HOD. So once the HOD receive the letter, he or she can just go through the details, and from there, basically can be assigned to their team members to whom they want to share this particular letter. So once they want to share the letter, they can assign the person, and also can define an expected date, which means a target date in order to complete this task, so that the admin or whoever in the HOD can track the entire letters or the letters of the list of the letters, what is the target date for each and every letter. So once they completed or incompleted, I'll be able to track it as an HOD. And also I can just simply type again, please attend to it, and then I can just simply also save it. So you can also see at the bottom the calendar notification also will be defined, and also you can see the number of days that needs to complete this particular task will be 7 days. So likewise it'll move to the next stage, like I said, to the end user view. So once I as an end user view, when I view my my letter, I'll be able to go through the entire list. And once I receive it, I can also either have the option where I can also accept the letter, also I can decline it. Once I accept the letter, I can just go accept it. Either I can also save it. But in case, let's say there could be a scenario where I just want to use the letter, and once I complete my task, I can also move it to someone else. So which is also possible in order to, let's say, if I want to share it with someone else, let's say for the moment, I want to send it to Lahiru, and basically that's my colleague. And I just type something here, and then also I can just simply save it, or say I can also say not complete and save it. So once I save it, it'll be on my pending list. And right now I have previously I have completed certain letters in my previous use cases. But I can basically, like I said, I can track all these activities in my dashboard. So right now you can see this is based on this filter which I have given. You can also filter by dates. These are my requirements, and I have given the user. So this particular user has one. So it also give you the entire picture, how many are completed pendings and not completed list. So if I want to go through the completed one, once I click on this option, I can go through all the entire list of completed list. These are the letters that have been completed by this user. And also I can get the overall picture about the entire organization. I can just simply clear it, and the entire organization letters will be showed visible on this dashboard. It's an overall picture in the organization. So that is what basically does in this particular application. I can go through the entire list of letters, and so like I said, the purpose of this application to maintain all your on-premises letters, and you can simply manage it through this application, so that everyone will be able to track and keep a record and you will know what are the stages that letters are in, and you can just keep the whole track of it. So that's what basically does in this particular application, and it is also can be customizable to based on any requirement in your organization. And this is what I showed you. It's we have created application based on in my organizational requirement. Yes. So, so if any questions, you can also guys throw up your questions at this chat bar. You have this option called on this chat. You can just find this chat icon over here, which has the Q&A option, so that all of you can go and just ask a simple question. So we'll be able to help you out to clarify all your doubts, and also our teams also here. I think, yeah. Any questions, guys? Any further questions? All right. If you have any questions, you can also ask. I think there's one question. And Lahiru and I, we can also help you out. Okay, Lahiru, can you answer to this question? He has a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm asking, I think, the mobile phone view.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need to log in from the mobile phone to this meeting to show you. One second, if I could get it.
Okay. I think you can. We can also get it done. That option. Basically, we have that facility where you can also use this application through mobile. So the view of the mobile is completely will be changed. So we can also Lahiru, is it possible for you to show?
Yeah, I'm trying to log in. One second.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can see your screen. So, all right. So this is how the view works. So you can see the entire dashboard. So this is how it gives you the entire visibility in dashboard as well. So you can see all the even in the application. All right. So that's how it works, and yeah. All right. I hope that would be much clear as per your question, and yeah.
If you have any other questions, you can raise.
Okay. So any other questions, guys?
There's another question asked from Atula.
Yeah. Is it on the chat? Okay.
When like we said in the beginning also, there is no actual codes of stuff, but there are logics. Like when you are using spreadsheets, you use logics. So same as here, we use logics to set rules.
Yes. Yeah, so these are like what we said. Yes, it's completely based on a non-coding platform, but whatever the logics that you are seeing, though those are not a coding, those are basically a simple logic terms. So as what we said, it's just as like a Google spreadsheet. In order to connect certain documents together, certain formulas that you apply, it's same as what you used to do in the Google spreadsheet. So it's a completely logic and the expression that we do in AppSheets. Yeah.
There is another question raised from Mifam Sadiq. Uh, yes, you can add more. It's up to your requirement.
Yeah. Yes. So Manoj Bandara, yes, yes, you do can integrate with SQL Server as well. I think yeah, it's it's correct, right, Lahiru, right? You can
Yeah.
also connect your SQL servers to this app sheet as well.
Uh,
Also,
Arjun, I think since Hyung also there, I think he can also contribute to some of the questions which have been asked. Hyung, I think you are with us, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had some internet problems, so I was off for a
Okay.
bit, and now I'm back. So
yeah,
Okay.
yes, based on different plans, you can connect to SQL database. So we have three different plans: Premium, Pro, which are almost like self-serve kind of plans, but a business plan, yes, you can connect to all kinds of different structured data, as I mentioned in my slides, SQL database or any kind of other things like SAP, Oracle, different databases. Yes.
Hyung, I think there is another question that has Atula has raised, like what type of IoT functions coming in the future? Hope and also
So,
with Google integration, will there be DLP available? Hope.
well, so we are currently working on a lot of different integrations with Google solutions. Of course, we were acquired in January, so we are not fully integrated with all the solutions on Google Cloud, but we are actively um, connecting with a lot of different um, Google, such as machine learning and other things. So I don't know what particular thing you're talking about IoT, but yeah, you will see. Um,
In Atula here, in one of your, I think, forum, I have seen that AppSheet is working on this IoT capabilities. And if you see now, we have only the NFC and only few communication types available. And I have seen that somewhere. That is why I asked that question.
yeah. So again, we are improving the connectivity and the features and all of that is ongoing. So you'll be seeing lots of more features being added to AppSheet as time goes on. Um, like I said, more of the machine learning capabilities, and I'm sure certain things about IoT. I don't know a particular thing about IoT right now, but if you have anything specific, then you can send us that inquiry, and then we can find out with our product team.
Yeah, one specific thing is this TLP. The reason is if you take our environment, we are G Suite enterprise customer, and we can give this facility for the staff. And one of the thing is this has so much of features, and they are actually then will be enabling sometime backdoor channels as well. When we give that freedom for the users to create tabs, and that needs to be controlled in that enterprise environment. And Google has their own DLP, and if we see that maybe the AppSheet also coming with such capabilities, integrating with the Google, that might be helpful in these type of environments, because that freedom, one way we have to manage the security as well.
Yeah. So I don't know how to answer this exactly right now, but we'll try to get back to you with whatever you're looking for.
Thanks, Jay.
Is there any more questions from the team?
Actually, Chamatka, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Right. Actually, this is directed to Lairu. Lairu, now you were showing us about your sample of the recovery application workflow.
Yes.
Right. One interesting aspect, and also Mahesh also told me about this before as well, is that when recovery officers, they go to the respective client locations, they can save, they can enter their worksheet, and their location will get captured.
Yes.
Correct. Right. Just as an extension to that, now is it possible for us to, I don't know, is AppSheet integrated with Google's location sharing option, so that we can see a sort of a real time? Is there a method where we can basically see on a real time basis when they're traveling between their clients, perhaps see their route that they have used, or something to that effect? Something along the lines of Google's location sharing on maps.
So let me answer that question. So we do time to time get this kind of question about real-time tracking, and the issue here is some legal issues about, just like the cell phone tracking and all that, the real-time tracking of anything, there are some legal issues. So there's some sensitivity there.
Sure, I acknowledge that, but let's just let's add a couple of assumptions here. Let's assume that all our officers are being provided with company provided handsets and connections. So let's go on that basis. That and
yeah. So again, I think that technically it should be able to. We have not really turned on that function because of the legal issues. Just like you said, if you are trying to confine maybe we haven't done it. So like I said, technically it might be possible, but because of those sensitivity, privacy, and tracking and all that issue, we have not actually implemented that. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thanks.
Any more question, guys? Let me check. There's Manoj Bandar. Have we answered your question, Manoj? We are using the business version for AppSheets. How we can connect with SQL? Do we want to purchase SQL cloud version separately or not? Hume, will you be able to answer?
Well, all we do from AppSheet is we provide the connectivity. It's your decision what kind of SQL, whether it's cloud, on-prem, or anything. It's up to you. So we don't provide SQL within AppSheet. AppSheet is just providing the connectivity. So you can choose what SQL database you want to connect to. Did that answer your question?
Thanks, Hume. So I think we've come to the end of the session. So I hope there's no more questions before winding up the session. If there's anything, you can raise it now. Okay, yeah. So Manoj says thanks. So we would like to thank all of you for joining today's event. And once again, thank you, Hume, joining us with all the way from States. So what we can do is we'll be keep you posted on our future events as well. So if you have any questions, you all can email it to us or you can call any of our engineers. So thank you so much once again and have a good day.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. See you then.
Thank you.